This is the Oasis News Organization. Oh no.
Today's report, we're gonna go over to the high plains. Gotta go down Lumber Lane, then up the Lost Highway to the high plains. While we're on this little ride, I'll give you a little insight on the history of Pea Cox County. All right, I've saddled up trigger. We're getting ready to go. While we're going down here, you'll be able to see all the mess that I've brought down from Dallas. Almost all of it is from junking, getting free off the streets of Dallas. When you get your land, you're off grid, and you just got all this space. Try to keep it all in one place. And don't just bring anything. And if your family has old cars, well, you got yourself a parking lot. Now, this is my lumber inventory here, of which I've cut off all the ends. Oh, there's my security guard. I've cut off all the ends, squared them up, pulled out all the nails and screws, staples. I kept count, and I got 57 splinters, and I estimated that I have lost 1 unit of blood prepping all this lumber. So be careful when you're working with all that curved lumber. I'll tell you a little bit about how Pea Cox County got started. We're going to start this history lesson in 1836. That's when the Republic of Texas was established after kicking Santa Anna's ass down at San Jacinto. Now by 1848, the Republic of Texas joined the United States of America to become the 28th state. Pea Cox County was established in 1854. There's a 6-year window there where the state of Texas was kind of running amok. They were trying to get folks to move down here from back east, so they advertised in the newspapers up there. Free land, come to Texas. There's a guy in Tennessee named Prickley Pea, and he had read this advertisement. So him and his son Priest, they came down to Texas. There's another fella, Cleatus Cox, up in Ohio. His son Claud, they came down too. They wanted to see if the state of Texas, if these rumors were true about this free land. Tried to get the skinny on it. Well, they found out what the trick was that you got to homestead it, and that a family could get 640 acres. A single man could get 320 acres. And if by chance you were black, brown, or a woman, you couldn't get any acres. Cleatus and Prickley, they're camped close to each other. They really wanted their families to come down. They thought it was a good idea, but evidently the two of them were a bit con men too. That might have been why they came to Texas. They sent their boys back, told all the families that they had to send $50 back each with the boys so they could reserve their homestead. Well, you know where that $50 went, don't you? 5 or 6 families on both sides to come down to this area. So you multiply that out, 6, 7 families on each side. You throw in a couple of 15-year-old boys who lied about their age because you had to be 18. And these 2 families, they came up with a whole bunch of acres. When all these families got down here, there began to be a little bit of friction. You see, the Coxes, they're from Ohio, Episcopal, and Yankees. And the Peas were from Tennessee, Baptist, and Southerners. And there was already some friction running in the United States of America between those 2 groups. But Cleatus and Prickley, They figured the state was getting ready to make this area a county. This is about 1853. And they come up with a plan that they want to have 2 counties. They'll have their own kingdoms. There'll be Pea County and Cox County. Cleatus and Prickley were getting ready to go down to Austin, try to get the legislature to go along with this 2-county plan. And somebody suggested to them, well, you might need to grease the wheels down there with a little something. Well, these guys, they didn't, hell, they didn't have any money. But they came up with a solution. There's one lady named Quinby Cox and one lady named Yasmin P. And at various times, they had worked in cat houses. So Prickley and Claud took Quinby and Yasmin down to Austin with them to do some lobbying. So they spent a couple of days down there with the legislature, and the girls are lobbying with to the best of their ability. State legislature came back and said, nah, we don't like the idea. Have you ever had a problem? You sat down with your buddy with a bottle of tequila to come up with plan B? Well, that's what old Claud and Prickley did down at that Austin bar where Jim Bowie and Davy Crockett got drunk before the Alamo. Their plan B was 1 county, 2 county seats. The P's would get the courthouse and the jailhouse. And I have not been behind the bars of that jailhouse yet. The Coxes got any state or county government offices in their little town of Cox. That way they could split the income of any state or county money. So they get another bottle of tequila. They go find Quinby and Yasmin, who weren't really thrilled with doing any more lobbying. They got them. They found some legislators that hadn't met these fine women yet. And those fine women lobbied all night long. Well, next day, in that committee, the bill passed. To this day, there are still 2 county seats in Pea Cox County. The only county in Texas like that. There's a short state highway between the towns of Pea and Cox. 4 lanes, well maintained, no litter, and according to the locals, no radar cops, and there's never been a speeding ticket written there. They call it the QY. Before I heard this story, I asked, why do you call it the QY? They said, we do it in memory of Quinby and Yasmin. Only in Texas, highway named after 2 whores. Today's report is dedicated in memory to Quinby and Yasmin. Band, Elvin Bishop. The album, Strutting My Stuff. The song is Slick Titty Boom. She's yours, she's mine, she's somebody else's too. What's her name? Miss Slick Titty Boom. Remember, Onos, world peace begins at home.